Okay, people, so I'm going to put this first and then everything else I did yesterday after this fact, right? It's August 5th, 2018. Today is ShaMay's birthday. She would have been 23 years old. I just realized something as I'm sitting here, people, because every day I think about her, right? And I can't believe the type of society that we live in terms of it's legal to go around murdering people. That's what can I say? It's black and white. We don't have guns in Canada, so people have found other ways to do it, which fentanyl happens to be a great one because nobody ever goes to jail for that, right? And people just dropping off like freaking flies all over the freaking province, right? You know, everybody's doing it to themselves and, you know, nobody seems to care, right? They all want to blame the victim for it, right? And, you know, these bodies, as they're going into the hospital, it's like a sorting out bait, as with Uncle John. The ones with assets, they take the ones with assets that they think that they can take, and they do what they want, and they destroy those lives and those brains and those people. And then when the bodies come in, they filter and they pick through what they want, people. Well, they wanted ShaMay's body. Right? Because it was a clean body. Hold on a minute. It was because it was a clean body. That's why they jump-started her heart, people. Not because they were trying to save her life, because they already knew she had been passed. Right? It was the fact that they were trying to save her organs. Right? They had no intentions to do an investigation and catch the culprit or save ShaMay's life or any of that. It was all about saving those organs, people. So, what I'm thinking is, you know, this hot capping, because it's happening to people out there, it hit her instantly. It would have had to, people. And that's why I'm going to put this first, because I want people to stop and think about this one. If she would have done something to herself to make herself feel sick, well, first of all, she's not a stupid girl. She wouldn't have done anything like that. Right? But being that somebody snuck up on her, literally snuck up on her and hot capped her, how ShaMay was hot capped, don't know yet. Right? It's the fact that when she got hot capped, could have been just a small injection under the skin with a syringe. Could have been wiped on the skin. Could have went like that. Anything, people. She would have went and gotten help. She would have crawled off that couch if she would have had to, just to get help from her sister down the hall, who was in the process of doing laundry. So in other words, she was going back and forth over a period of an hour and a bit, not realizing that ShaMay was being hot capped. Right? Not realizing that her sister was dying as she was doing laundry. Because whatever hit ShaMay paralyzed her, people. She couldn't move to go get help from her sister. Do you get it? It wasn't like, oh, let me crawl off the couch and go crawl down and make noise, bang on something, pull shit down, you know? No, it was nothing like that. It was like, why aren't the cops doing anything about that, people? Like, seriously, these cops are taking way too fucking long. As you can see, I'm extremely angry. You right? My family is being attacked. My kids' friends and family friends are being attacked. I'm being attacked. Right? Not like physically yet. But who knows what happens if I go out and fucking to the mall. Anything could happen to me, people. right now because of this lie being perpetrated among people who have nefarious ulterior motives, right? Because there's like, you know, more than one group of people involved here, right? You've got the union sector that doesn't want to get caught fucking sorting out bodies, just like they sort out old people for their assets, right? Does that mean every union member is corrupt? Obviously not, but there's a large portion that is. So, you really need to stop and think. Why didn't ShaMay go and get help? Right? In terms of... picture is worth 1,000 words. And she's expected to go get help for herself, right? What did the bastard sneak up behind her and do something from behind? Or did he come right in front and look her face and look her in the eyes and... Because it's like that, people. It was in an instant. She didn't even have a chance to call out for help. Oh yeah, one final thing. By August 11th, ShaMay would have been dead now for 4 months, right? From May 11th, from April 11th, because she died on April 11th, people, until August 11th is 4 full months. Just for the record, I have not gotten any money for Amari. None. Social Services, Financial Department, they're not helping me because everything's in limbo with the court. I'm not getting it through MCFD, Children and Family, MCFD, Ministry of Children and Family Development. Not getting any money from them. I'm not getting her family allowance. I put application in for the family allowance, but I haven't heard anything. Everything's up in the air. I haven't gotten any child support from the loving father. Nothing. Nothing, people. Nothing. I've been looking after Amari by myself in the comforts of my home that I have been in for 9 years. And I have cloth diapers, which I'm going to be pulling out and start using more and more and more. And such a thing is called face cloths versus diapers and diaper wipes. Right? It'd save money. Even if I had money, I'm still going into cloth, people. All my kids were raised with cloth diapers. All 5 kids all grew up with cloth diapers. Very seldom did I ever use Pampers, so I don't plan on using Pampers with Amari. But here's the thing, too, before I go. You know, this court situation, the people that are fighting with me, for whatever reason, because really it shouldn't be a fight at all. It really shouldn't be a fight, people. This is the thing. It shouldn't be a fight. But they've turned it into a fight from the day the baby was born. We already have that video. And they're just extending that fight and broadening it. And now they want to pass Amari around like a little rag doll. Not thinking about his feelings in terms of, passing children around to strangers, because basically these people would be strangers to him because he spent very little time with the biological father, and 2, he spent no time with this aunt that is raging in the community because she was in denial of the facts. Well, the grandmother just hovers around in the background with an attitude, hoping that everything just falls into her plate because she's the grandmother. Without putting any effort into it, people. Without putting any effort into it. Right? These people are accusing me of having Amari for money, but yet I don't see them helping me to raise Amari even in a short period of time, never mind thinking long term. If they're not going to help you in a short period of time out of the kindness of their heart because they care about the child, how the hell can you expect them to help you for the rest of that child's life while you are involved? Right? As they accuse you of this and accuse you of that and want to make everything hard for you. But yet they think that somehow they're going to do better by Amari once they can put their hands on him. Right? not thinking about what their actions are going to create for him. He's at an age right now, people, where you don't want to move him around too much because you don't want him to feel insecure, right? He likes his crib. You know, he likes being in the living room with Andre. He likes interacting and being involved with ShaMay, the baby. He actually competes with the baby for attention. But Andre and him, they spend a lot of time together, and Amari's comfortable with that. He feels safe, right? He has companionship that communicates with him, right? And they just want me to take him in here to a hostile group. I'm expected to hand over Amari to a hostile group, a hostile people, a hostile group of individuals who are in complete denial as to what's happened to my daughter. As they accuse me of wanting the baby for money when I haven't gotten any money, people. I've been sitting here looking after Amari by myself. After ShaMay died, there was a few people in through the donation with the cremation there and the memorial, the celebration of life, which I started to write down to thank who. I don't know where it is right now. Here we go. Maybe we'll do a couple right now. Celebration of life, Jerome. This would be Jerome Sr. This would be Tisha's dad. He donated $100 for that event. Mr. and Mrs. Gill, they're my landlords. They came to that celebration of life and they gave me $50, but I applied it to the cremation. Right, because they were thinking more funeral, but after what happened to ShaMay, the way the hospital desecrated her body and misled everybody that came to see her, I just didn't feel that I had to put everybody through that again. So I forfeited on a funeral, right? ShaMay had a freaking, I don't know what that was for 8 days. Why did she need to be on display for any longer than that, people? Amber, she put in $500 for that, people. That's a lot of money. Isaiah and friends. Isaiah, no, I'm not saying this right. This is a different person. This is a friend. A friend. For Tisha, I think. He donated $100. And then there was a Stephen, who is Joshua's cousin or something. And Joshua is a longtime family member. Right? Has known ShaMay for like 7 years. Used to date Tisha. Anyway, he contributed $1,000, people. Out of the kindness of his heart. Jerome Jr. He brought me a full box of diapers. And two boxes. No, he brought me 2 boxes. 2 boxes of diapers and 2 boxes of diaper wipes, which now I'm running out of, and I'm like, okay, better get those cloth going. So actually, I got to do that today. I got to go downstairs and dig up my cotton. It's all rolled up, and I have to cut it into sections. And there's 2 ways to fold diaper, one for girls and one for boys. I can remember how to do the boys, but I can't necessarily remember how to do the girls. And then Jasmine, after ShaMay, died, right? She brought a box of formula, which was like $80 because it was the kind in the can, and diapers and clothes for the baby. She came to the house and brought them. Jen, she donated $60, which I ended up going off and buying sleepers with because Amari grows really fast, so he needed some sleepers, right? Shauna, she gave Amari, ShaMay, and Andre outfits, brand new outfits. So that was really nice. Jerome Sr., another $200 for the cremation. That's Tisha's dad. Right? Troy ShaMay's dad, he put in, I think, $300. The Chisa family, a family that came from Darfur in Africa, and when they came, we used to live at Gateway Place, and they came and they were telling me, one of them was telling me that in the refugee camp where there's hundreds of thousands of people, they were lucky to get a jug of sour milk, people. And they donated $1,000 or $100. And ShaMay was with that family that weekend. That weekend, ShaMay was with that family, avoiding the culprit. Because she didn't want to be involved with somebody that had a bad attitude. But that's not what we're talking about. All right. And then, of course, there's other people in there. Tristan, which is Tisha's brother from her dad's side. He put in $300 towards the cremation. Right? So we had some heavy hitters in there, people. And, but if you notice, the ones that want to marry are giving nothing. Absolutely nothing but fear. That's what they're giving, people. They're just giving fear. I'm so fearful for Amari having to take him and just say, here. And then wait for the backlash to come to me when they give him back to me. They'll be accusing me of giving him with dirty clothes. They'll accuse me of this. They'll accuse me of that. Do you not see the problems coming? Like I said, you can't even walk out and go into the mall area without having somebody run up on you and start attacking you because you have a difference of opinion. Do you get it? Like, do you seriously get it? She couldn't even get up and ask for help. It happened so fast.